Studios.
Yay,
So
Ryan.
that's pretty sweet. We get to chat with Ryan. He's a great guy. I always enjoy getting to hang out with him in Vegas every year for a little bit and seeing what kind of new stuff he has. So I guess whenever Ryan's ready to come on, we'll have him. Oh, I see a Glasswear Studios banner popping up on my screen, and I see a
Yeah.
Ryan. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Excellent. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hey, April, how are you?
I'm great. It's good to see your face. I hope you're
Yeah.
having a good year, even though it's been kind of.
Are we live?
We are.
I had a bad year actually. Check this out.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
I broke my ankle in 3 places and have 2 plates and about a dozen screws in there.
And you
Were
should see
doing
the other
something
guy.
really cool?
What?
Were you doing something really cool?
No, I was just walking on my retaining wall and I hit a block that wasn't glued down all the way, or the glue kind of failed,
Oh,
and I fell straight down and smashed my ankle. It was
Ouch.
about like that.
Ooh.
ooh.
Yeah.
You can tell everybody you were like competitively skateboarding or
Yeah,
something.
no.
Or a motorcycle accident would have been better, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's I've been on bed rest for about a month now, and I just started getting back to the office and doing stuff.
Oh man, I
no.
bet that's rough. On top of
Um,
everything else that we're dealing with this year.
Yeah, luckily before COVID, when COVID hit, I brought a torch home, so I've been working from home since then, just kind of making stuff to fill orders that we needed, and so
That's
yeah,
cool.
been a lot of
See,
fun
even
having
bed
to work
resting
from
gonna stop you. It's all right.
home. Yeah, nothing's gonna stop me, right?
So where are you right now? Are you in the Gorilla Glass office space?
Glasswear Studios.
I'm sorry. Oh man. Ugh.
Yeah, this is
Well,
the
Glasswear
Glasswear
Studios.
Studios. I'll give you a little tour. So this is a little messy right now, but that's where all the packaging happens. And then
Okay.
this is our inventory wall.
Whoa.
And these are our new posters. Can you see these?
Oh, cool.
So we
Very
got color
nice.
front posters. They go out with every wholesale order now.
That's cool.
So it shows all the colors and then the availability of sizes for each color.
Those are super useful.
And then over there we have our light setup and some glass storage. A lot of storage in this room. We have another office that has our shipping and my desk and a couple of the people's desks in there. And then back behind this wall is the part of the studio. And then we have another unit 2 doors down that has 6 stations in it for blown glass.
Wow.
Wow.
So tell us how long you've been doing this. You've been doing this a while.
So I started in 1998 out of a little shed in my backyard in Humboldt, California. I was making pipes for a customer, it's a client, not a client, a company at a time. And I just started doing this on my own because nobody was really doing it. There was no body jewelry out there and out of glass. I think IS was doing just clear at the time. And I was like, I can add some spice to this and do colors, and figured out the shapes and moved up to Ashland, Oregon in 2000. And then in 2003, we rented this warehouse. There's 2 warehouses. Well, first warehouse, second warehouse we got in 2008 and expanded our office. We doubled our office space, which was really needed. And yeah, so been going ever since. So about 22 years now.
Well,
So
thank
you-
you for existing.
Yeah,
'cause-
you supply a staple for our
Dude,
companies. Like,
man.
Yeah, we are the inventors of the color front plug. So that's what we're pretty much known for.
Well, and you crushed it with that, you know. I mean, it's definitely one of those things that man, it's probably got to be one of the top sellers of all the jewelry in the studios that I've worked at over the years. Like, it's so versatile and comfortable, and I don't know, I love it.
Yeah.
it's just a necessity. It's a complete staple for a studio. If you want to help people on their stretching journey, you've got to have something
front plugs.
simple.
Mhm.
It's definitely great to have those options available, especially so that it's not just like a one size fits all kind of thing, or oh, this is what you're going to get, this is what I have. It's the end all be all when I can give a range of colors and selection to all the clients that want stretch lobes or starting off with larger gauge lobes.
Yeah, I think we have over 30 colors now too. So
That's great.
the poster was supposed to come out last year at APP, and we delayed it because we wanted to get this one color on the palette, and it was taking a while to get it. So what's happening is there's some big major color companies. They make just all they do is make color, and then people like us, we buy the color and we make the jewelry or the pipes or whatever out of it. And there's two big companies, actually 3 big companies, and then a couple smaller companies. And the smaller companies are doing really small batches, and their stuff sells out super quick. Like if you're not on the email list, you can't get it. It sells out that quick. And so they're doing limited releases, and the colors are really highly sought after in the pipe world. And so we were able to get our hands on 3 of them this year, 4 of them actually. We use one of them for our Neptune planet plug. It's the last of our planet series. And it's kind of like a greenish, no, a bluish hue. I have a bad sample here, but it's kind of a bluish hue. And then we started making solid color plugs and librettes out of it. It's also called opaline or moonstone. It's kind of it's got this kind of bluish white hue to it. So we started working with that, and right now it's I can't get any, so I'm waiting for the next drop. Hopefully we don't run out before that, but it's really, and the colors that they're producing are really expensive. They're almost 2 to 3 times more expensive than the other color companies. So that's why they go pretty quick. So the first one that we released was this Caribbean blue color.
That's
Mm.
pretty.
And yeah, it's a really nice blue color that was missing from the palette of borosilicate. And so they reformulated it once. It was a little bit clearer before. Now it's got a little bit of a haze in it in the bigger sizes, which is in line with some of the other colors that we don't use. We used grape jelly is another one of there that we tried, and we ended up going with a different purple because it had so much haze in it. It was really inconsistent. Which is cool for if you're doing one-offs or one thing. When you're doing a pair of something, it's really tough to mass produce or duplicate. And so then we decided this purple was really nice, this amethyst purple.
Yeah.
We released that about a year ago. Again, it's a highly sought after color from this same color company. And then just recently we released Rosé, which is a red, really nice pinkish red color.
Ooh.
If you know our other red is dark, more of a blood red. And so this is kind of rounds out the palettes with a nice like rosé red or Pinot.
Wine.
And so we now that the colors are usable, we're going to buy large batches of it when they do come out. So we have enough of it to last us a couple of years. And that's kind of what we have to do, is just buy huge amounts and spend lots of money on it. So what else can I tell you guys?
Well, you're
So-
always innovating and coming up with new things. What do you have that we haven't maybe seen before?
Let me go over the stuff that you may have seen first, and then we'll get to that. So some of the things that we released since COVID were our jellyfish. We expanded onto this new color called Toxic Waste. And then Raspberry, which is another color from that company, but it's very limited. So I don't know how long that's going to be around for, if we can't get any more recently. And then we did the amber purple jellyfish onto the Caribbean blue, which is the old Caribbean blue, which is more milky. It'll eventually be more translucent. And then this is another one of their colors, blueberry, which we did white jellyfish on the blueberry.
Blueberry
Again,
pops.
it's if we can't get it, we're gonna have to pull it off the website, but it's available right now. We have some of it. And then when we get more, we will add it back to the website. This is the last of our gold line. We're only doing them in eyelets. This is the clear eyelets. We do them in black and other colors too, but this will be the last. We're only doing eyelets now. This will be the last of the gold. The cells, if you can see that there, and the Doc Mai, kind of hard to see on the clear. And then we did some of these other, the blueberry with the pink galaxy. And we do them on teardrops too. And then the grape or the green on amethyst. And then we did copper on the regular ruby. So those have been out for a little while. And so then what we just released this year, last month actually, you can see that. Go that way.
There we go.
Can you see those?
Yes.
So we got the Triskelion on the right and the, or your left. Filigrana on the teardrops, and then Snowflake Geo is the other one, this one here.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
The white kind of washes out a little bit on the camera.
Now, how are those like engraved, or how is the design on there?
These are called overlays. So it's glass that's actually silk screened, and then we cut it out and put it on and fire it on at a high temperature. And these are actually made of, it's actually made of glass, unlike the gold. The gold was actually real gold. This is glass. So
Neat.
this is our first, well, we've done the white before, but we're moving away from the gold and doing just the white now. We're gonna do multiple colors soon and more designs. So if there's a design you like or you want to see done, just send it to us and we'll think about it. And we got to produce enough to make it worth our while, but it is limited. All of our overlay jewelry is limited in edition. We only buy so much of it, and then once it's gone, it's gone. We won't ever do it again. So that's one of the nice things about that, is it's a limited edition. And then right over here we do honeycombs on single flared now in smaller sizes.
Oh, awesome.
We go all the way down to looks like 4 millimeters, and then we're doing strawberries now too, in line with the bees and the ladybugs that we do in the little designs.
Cute.
We're gonna be doing more stuff like this in the future once I can get back on the creative side.
Our
I got some
customers
weights.
have
I got some-
loved the bees, and they
Oh, yeah.
love the little ladybugs and the cupcakes. Like, yeah, they're great.
So these are some of our weights here. These are heart weights. The one on the left is Tesla, and the one on the right is the rosé color. And then we also do things on regular earring, 18 gauge niobiums, like our
Ooh.
butterflies here. And then here are some skull weights. Here's the Tesla again, which is really cool. No two are the same.
Neat.
That striking color is really, really nice bluish white on the black. And then this is a pair, I think, of amethyst skull weights. And then we've been expanding our libret line. We started doing gray there, and this is a limited edition color. It's like a lapis blue, and we have a denim blue, pink lollipop, sparkle green, indigo sparkle, Caribbean blue. This is a one-off color called ice blue. We bought a little bit of it as a test, and we're just using it for librets right now, so it'll be gone eventually. Use my hand. This is the grape jelly again, limited. This is the rosé. See, kind of reddish on the black background. And then pink and purple lollipop. This is another color from a small company. We're calling it olive oil. We bought a little bit of it as a test batch. Again, we're just going to using it up for librets, and that's it. This is that moonstone opaline color, but it's really washed out on the video. And then, so one more new thing is we've been doing some wig wags. This is the rainbow wig wag. We also have some white ones, but it's again a very limited edition. One of my glass blowers just did it on a fluke and tried it and came it out, and we made like a run or two. They're going to go to Vegas this year, but or next year, but didn't happen. And then a little washed out, but this is our jerseys on teardrops. So this is two colors that create really cool metallic effects on the surface. This one here is like a kind of a rainbow purple, green, blue, and this one's like a silverish gold, which is kind of hard to see. So we took this color and we did some magic with it, different format, and we created another plug. This will be out pretty soon. Can you see the rainbow effect on that one?
Yeah.
So that's going to be called oil slick,
Like almost.
and this one's going to be called blue steel. So it's kind of got this bluish, silver, very metallic-y, very reflective color to it. It's nice smooth edges too, but I can't tell you how we do them, but they were pretty tricky to figure out. And so this is going to be out in we might release it this year. If not, it's probably going to be early next year. We're still trying to produce all the sizes and make sure what sizes we can produce and the consistency of the color. And then we have for those of you who don't know, we do memorial plugs. This is what a memorial plug looks like. This is some ashes from a dog or cat that we did for a client. They'll be going out soon.
You did a pair for me when unfortunately I had to put my cat down after 20 years of living, and like I love them. Keep them on display next to
Nice.
a photo of her, and like it was just a really great keepsake. So thank you for making those for me.
And we're going to be adding Dichro to those soon. I just got some new Dichro. I don't know if you can see in my ear.
Oh, cool.
This is called Dichro Flake. It's a little different format than the sheet of Dichro that you see across the plugs that we do. And so we're gonna be able to incorporate it with the ashes. It's gonna pretty much replace the Galaxy and the teardrops, because I don't think we've been trying to do Galaxy teardrops and they're kind of hard to do. We've been doing Dichro teardrops and the edges kind of get a little funky. So the Flake is gonna probably be the replacement for anything Dichro teardrop. And Librettes. And then we're going to try to incorporate it into septums and maybe shapes. And I have some other ideas too, maybe eyelets. I don't know. So we're going to try.
Cool.
And it comes in with a rainbow of colors. So everything from pink, they even have a peacock, they have blue, green, purple, orange, yellow, and then opals. So we're excited about that. That's going to be definitely 2021
Yeah.
stuff.
I love your expanded color palette. I love it. I love it.
Thanks.
So I have a funny story about jellyfish, if we have like 1 second.
Sure.
So we sell the jellyfish plugs in the shop, and we had a client one day come in and buy some, and he is a sushi chef at a local restaurant. So then his other friends came in so that all the sushi chefs could wear matching jellyfish plugs. And I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, the funniest thing about jellyfish plugs, I got asked one time, is if it's a real jellyfish, and I was like, "Yeah, we have a little aquarium here that we breed jellyfish, and we make them so tiny, and we put them in there." And the guy was like, "Really, really?"
Like,
No, not really.
I would have kept it going, man.
They would just burn up. So yeah, glass melts about 1,200 to almost 2,000 degrees. So anything that can't survive that kind of heat is gonna fry.
Fried jellyfish.
Yeah.
Ew.
And then we've been doing all the terrariums for Uzu Organic that you had on earlier.
Mhm.
And that is really fun for me because it's such a different style than doing the plugs and stuff. And so we got some ideas up our sleeves this year. We'll see what happens with APP, if they're going to be.
Kale said we're supposed to ask you if you'll make those for us.
Nope. I heard that too. I was listening in, and no, we got a good deal going. I'm going to make them for her, and she'll sell them. So hopefully she'll want to do like pendants and stuff too. What?
I think it's really great to see when different vendors collaborate. I think that's when like the coolest stuff gets created. So I'm super pumped about you guys having that partnership.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's ever seen terrarium stuff and piercing before. Like, that's super cool.
Yeah, we were in Manchester at ADP England, and we started talking about what we could do. And so I still have, we're gonna do the colors this year because we did like 2 pairs last year, I think she said. And so we got translucent pink and translucent purple. I already ordered the glass and it's sitting here. I'm just gonna get ready to do it now. My foot is healed, and because the winter is when I like to do that kind of stuff. And we'll after that, I got some other ideas that we'll do in 2022. So
yes, I'm holding out for that necklace. If you guys do a necklace, I'm on that.
ask her. I'll do it. No problem. It's not hard at all. So just tell her you want them. If there's demand, then we'll do it.
I hope she's listening because I want that.
April,
Yeah, pendants is the next
for you.
Evolution usually.
I like when people can wear the whole set. They can kind of rock either the septum jewelry with the matching plugs or a necklace with matching plugs. Like, just having a whole set of things is something that we should push more in our industry. Like, it's great to have little unique pieces, but to have everything kind of curated and matching, not just in one ear, but having everything kind of go.
Yeah. I made a discount for the people watching.
Yay!
Do you have that? I sent it to the email. Can you guys throw it up there, or should I do it?
You should throw it up there because Chris does not have access to the email, I believe.
Yes.
Is that up?
Mm-hmm.
Is up
20% off wholesale and retail.
What?
Splendor 2020.
That's a huge
till the end of the
discount.
month.
Okay, cool.
Well, all right, April, take note. We definitely need those honeycomb plugs in the single flare. 'Cause
Mhm,
those are super cool.
mhm.
Those golden
Some-
like eyelets.
Yeah, those are really cool too.
And like people that get the little bee ends and stuff, having honeycomb plugs to go with all that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I got a funny story about that. So I went to a bee festival, honey festival here in Ashland, and I just entered the raffle and I won myself a beehive. I haven't set it up yet. I don't have the clothing. I don't have the tools. So I started going to the society. They have an organization here where you can learn and share and all that kind of stuff. So I started going there and I wore my bee plugs and everyone's like, "Oh my God, where'd you get those?" I'm like, "I made them."
Awesome.
So yeah, we started doing weights and we also do 18 gauge drops. So they're a little bit of a honeycomb with the honey coming down, dropping off the
Cute.
bottom, and then a little bee on top. So
Cute.
Drippy.
little drip, yeah.
One of my favorite combos we had for a client was got him a pair of the honeycomb plugs with the little bee on top, and then for his conches got the bee plugs for those. And it was
Nice.
just a really, really cool combo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing them. We do them all the time. So
You guys are fancy and I like it. How many people do you have on your crew down there?
we have 6 on the torch right now, plus me, and then 3 in the office.
Wow.
We have a quality control, and my quality control woman does website stuff, and then I have a HR / graphic design / go-to guy. He works almost between part-time and full-time, and then I have Amanda who does all the customer service, orders, shipping, receiving of the orders and invoicing, all that kind of stuff, double checking. So it's a little team effort here. And then I've been at home most of this last 2 months, but I work mostly on the torch designing, and then I do all the librettes, large gauge pinchers, large gauge retainers, large gauge eyelets like above 50 mil. Sometimes I'll do small eyelets too, just because I can bang them out real quick. And then I do the aquarium plugs, and I do
Love
the
those.
space scenes, and I do the Gaias. That's about all I do.
That's all.
That's
That's
yeah.
it.
That's all.
That's enough for me right now.
Your quality control girl gets some major props. Like Glasswear Studios is always consistent.
I
Even
agree.
when we buy in like bulk and kind of like a volume of things, everything is always really consistent. Like it's always been.
Thank you. I'll tell her that. You hear that, Amanda? She's in the other office working away.
She's listening. She's watching.
She's shipping.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Amanda. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience and let them know about?
Got one more preview I can show you guys. It's
What?
out until 2021. We'll see. So these guys, can you see that?
Oh yeah.
So it's a web eyelet.
Hmm. Cool.
Those are really neat.
Cool.
And
Cool.
we're doing those. That's the black. And I'll show you the smoke. These are all just prototypes right now. Smoke.
Hmm.
And we got pink and blue
Cool.
and then amber. So these will be like, I think 5/8, maybe ½ inch and up to 2 inch. All the even sizes. So it's only 13, 16, 20, 25. We have 28 now. That's something new. 28 colored eyelets. 32, 38, 44, and 50 mil. So all the basic sizes. The thing with glass is sometimes glass is only available in certain sizes depending on either tooling or availability of materials. We can't get every material in every size, and so we either have to figure out a way to adjust it or make it, or just limit it to those sizes. And colored eyelets is one of those things that we limit to certain sizes because of the materials, the way they come in. And every once in a while they'll release a new size. Like we just got 28 mil from my distributor, so that's on the website now. It's available, which is a kind of in between size for some people. So we're always adding to the website. Like I said, we're always trying to expand colors, and like I said, I like to buy batches of color and try them out, and if they don't work, I'll just throw them off as one-offs. So
Yeah.
And what's your website again, Ryan?
glasswearstudios.com,
Awesome.
made right here in Ashland, Oregon. We also, another interesting thing is we had a huge fire. It actually started at the dog park, and the winds were 35 miles an hour, and took out half of 2 towns, Talent and Phoenix. We lost about 2,000 structures, plus structures. So there's a lot of homeless people now. We've been doing a lot of homeless relief, donating. There's a lot of donation centers that set up and just got flooded with all kinds of everything from clothes to camping equipment to furniture. And so a lot of the restaurants were giving out free meals to everybody in the fire. It was pretty crazy. We're lucky the shop survived. The shop's on the other side of town. There was a fire south of here that got started from an arson. Both of them were pretty much started by arsons, we think. And that one we got put out. Somebody happened to be driving by it, like a cop or a fire department, and they called it in and got it put out right away. But if that fire had gone wild, it would have destroyed the entire town of Ashland because of the way the winds were blowing, or at least half the town. This one started at the north side of town and went north, which pushed into Phoenix and where I live, Talent. Luckily, my house is up in the hills and didn't get affected, but we lost a lot of the businesses on the Highway 99 and along the 5, and it's just major detrimental fire scars now.
That's crazy. And just what it does to a community is devastating sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, most of the town was out without power for 2 to 4 weeks, and everybody was you had to be out of the whole town for about a week. Even if your house survived, you had to be out of there because of the smoke, and the damage to the electrical grid was really dangerous. There was electric poles and fire everywhere. So
wow.
And then there was actually some heroes. That one of my friends was actually on a bicycle at 2:30 in the morning, stomping out fires that were starting from, because the embers were just blowing and then landing. So there's all these different buildings that survived, but then the building next to it or past it got burnt because the ember landed on that building. And so it's really interesting to see the fire scar, because there's so many that lost, but then there's few that survived. Or if they had a lot of parking lot around their area, they survived. But I think it was 4 trailer parks were down or were completely totaled, and a bunch of apartment complexes and a lot of houses.
Wow.
But it could have been a lot worse. So
Yeah. So how long do you have left before your foot's healed?
I should be driving in about 2 to 3 weeks, and I should be walking on it about that time. And then it's just a lot of PT from there to get it back to normal. It's pretty intense amount of pain.
Ryan?
What?
Do you have a scooter to get around? Since you said
No, I got my crutches right now, and I had a peg leg. It's called an iWalk, and it's kind of like a scooter, but it has a leg instead of wheels, and that enabled me to get around my property a lot better. And because I got 4.5 acres. And
I saw that the other day online. I thought that was awesome.
at
least some of you wear an eye patch. And
no, I didn't go out for Halloween. Too much COVID.
Well, we really appreciate you coming and showing us all your new options. I really love your expanded color palette, especially. I hope you have some happy healing.
I do too. It's getting better, and I'm off the pain meds. I got off them pretty quickly because I didn't want to be stuck on those things. They were horrible. I don't know how people take them recreationally. They just did not suit well with me. So.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. We really appreciate it.
And yeah, check out the website. We have a great overstock section, which has a lot of stuff that's on discount and stuff that's in stock that goes out pretty quickly. We have seconds bags up there for wholesale. We have grab bags of lots for wholesale also in the wholesale section. You got to be a private member to see that. Yeah.
Awesome. And just to remind everybody, Splendor 2020 is the code that you can use on glasswarestudios.com. You'll get 20% off of wholesale and retail orders until the end of the month.
Yeah, and look out for, usually on Facebook and Instagram, we post our new jewelry and sales. We do sales every other month or so. If there's a holiday coming up, usually we'll do one. Usually they're about 10 to 20% off. So keep an eye out for those because they really will help you out.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Thank you for always just supporting our industry and being really consistent and
Definitely.
just growing with all of us.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy healing, Ryan.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun.
I've always loved Ryan. He's got
Me
a great
too.
personality. He's always so friendly and just down to earth.
All right. So next up, we have a company. This is another new one for me. I've never heard of them. It's called Jewelry This Way. So I'm really looking forward to meeting whoever this mystery person is. But yeah, should we go ahead and bring him on?
Chris says Jewelry This Way. Has he logged in yet or come on to the link? No.
What's that? He said cue up the
drum roll?
Yeah.
Okay, drum roll.
Hey, I'm Brian, the owner and operator of Jewelry This Way, if you hadn't figured that out already. Man, yeah, this has been a time. I've really, really loved doing this with everybody, and like the chance to speak to everybody about things and tell them about what I do. So I've been making jewelry for way too long, I guess. I don't know, not long enough, right? It's a lifelong thing. But I started out I was actually inspired by Ryan when I first saw glass body jewelry, and I was like, man, I really want to learn how to make this. So I think I got my tax return one year, and I bought a torch, and I bought like all the stuff to make glass, and I set everything up in my apartment, which was super sketchy, having like propane and oxygen tanks in your closet. But I never got the hang of it, and I burned myself a lot. And I think maybe I made 2 plugs in like a year that were worth a shit. Everything was pretty bad. So I ended up selling all of my glass making equipment, and I bought a lathe and decided to learn how to do woodworking instead so I can make wood plugs. And I did that for a number of years, and I just made stuff, to sell in my studio back in Illinois. And that was pretty cool until, mass production overseas really took over with the whole wood plug thing. And the demand for wood plugs started to die out pretty rapidly. So I abandoned that and abandoned my woodworking dreams. And ever since then, I've just been tinkering around with making different things. Over the last couple of years, I've really figured out that I'm just a person who enjoys making things, whether it's making jewelry or making a neat little tool for using around the house, or making a funny sign, or making pornographic shrinky dinks. Like I just like making things. I like being creative. So gold jewelry was something that obviously has been really big in our industry for a number of years